so going to get demonetized for this song, but it's a great song. And I think it's a good intro song. Yes, I was a little boy one time. The Foo Fighters, Born on the Bayou, cover. Great cover. So, yeah. Let me do that studio fade real quick. Oh, there it goes. It's going down. Yeah. Well, hey, look, welcome to the first podcast from me, Dude Let's Fish, Shannon Wheeler. I've been planning this out for a while. I think I got everything set up decent enough to where the audio is going to be good, the lighting is going to be good, the quality of the camera is going to be good. So hopefully, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway. So, but I wanted to do, for my first podcast, I was going to have Luke Duncan on here. And I was going to go to Knoxville at the East Tennessee Fishing Expo. Didn't make it. It was a busy time for Luke. He had his new LOB jig that came out. Good jig, little finesse jig, I think. I haven't gotten any yet. But I will be hooking up with Luke at the Bassmaster Classic, and we might be playing somewhere, maybe, and maybe a special guest. Don't know. So on this podcast, I'm going to have two cameras. I got this camera, and then I've got that hitter right there. This is new to me, so but people on YouTube, on my videos, they say I babble too much, so why not do a podcast? Because it's perfect. What I want to get into, and how about let me just look up real quick, how about Swindle for the first Bassmaster? Where was he at? 14th. No, 11th. Dude, he had a total of 55-1 for 15 fish. Mark Frazier had 56-6 for 15 fish. So he needed a little bit to make day 4. If you don't know, I edit all Swindle's videos, all his Bassmaster elite stuff that you see on his YouTube channel. I take care of his YouTube channel for him as well. He does his own Instagram stuff. I might make him a TikTok or two, but he does really good. So congrats to him for a strong 11th place. AOY. That's the AOY guy, Swindle. But this video is going to be more about, this is not a video. It's a podcast. This podcast is going to be more about a little incident I had a couple days ago with my John boat. And it was really, really windy. And I've been shooting with Fishing University for the last week. So the week before that, I went fishing. I smashed some largemouth. And then the next day, I smashed some smallmouth. So, not smallmouth, striper. So if you follow my channel, you've seen the video. Demiki rigs, Demiki vaults, Kitech 3.3s. It's wintertime fishing. Super fun. So I hadn't been out in a while, and I was jonesing to get out because I got back in on Saturday and had to take care of some stuff at home. You got to take that trash out. You got to trim some bushes. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get out, and a buddy of mine, Mike Caldwell, he's a cop. He's a police officer. Salute to him. He's like, dude, it's windy. I was going to go today, but nah, it's too windy. I was like, man, whatever, dude. Windy. I have to do something about that seat. So I went, put in. It was windy. Had some water splash up in the boat. Kind of trying to do some video work for a new product that I installed on my boat, which is a trolling motor mount that I'll get into later. That will be a YouTube video coming up later, but so I got in a little cove. There was no wind whatsoever, and set my camera down, got some shots of me deploying the trolling motor, got the trolling motor running, pulling it back in just to show how sturdy that this trolling motor mount was. So I was like, yep, I'm going to go fishing too. So I went into another creek and it was super windy. Caught some fish. Had to leave because I couldn't. It's a lot different when you have a john boat. All right. So john boats are light. They're badass, but they're light. And I left fish biting. I even caught like a 2-pound gizzard shad. It'll be on the video. You'll see it. So, caught some decent fish and decided to go back. When I went back, where the ramp is, the wind was pushing in towards the ramp. All right. Tied my boat off, went and got my truck, backed my trailer down, went to load my boat. And the way, you pull up to a dock, you're facing the boat ramp. The wind's pushing, okay, towards your boat. So a little bit of water had gotten in my john boat. And then when I cranked it up, put it in reverse, the extra weight of me getting in the back, putting it in reverse, going backwards, dude, it got flooded. Like water was breaching the back of my boat and going straight in. So I almost sunk it, dude, right at the boat ramp. Like it almost sunk. Legitly, if that's a word, almost sunk. Backing up. And it's like, the bottom of the boat's like underwater, right? The motor's, whatever. And I just back it up. I'm like, feet wet, pants wet, everything. Crank it. I'm like, what? Just throw it in forward and just get it half-ass on the trailer. Little bit crooked, but that's okay. It got on the trailer. The boat was like this on the trailer. Like, here's the trailer. The boat was like this, right? So if you ever seen anybody that left a plug in their boat when it rained, the back end raises up. That's the way my john boat was when I got it on the trailer. So I walked up to the front. I was like, oh, got down, freaking cranked it, bent. Dude, I was torquing that winch, bent the handle. And I was panicking because I didn't want to lose my boat. Got back in the truck, pulled up it wasn't all the way on the trailer. And mind you, it was, like that. Pulled my truck up enough to where I could get to, and I had the bilge pump running, right? Bilge is already running, I don't know what power it is or 1,000 gallons per second, whatever. It's a john boat bilge pump, dude. And so pulled it up enough to where I could walk around the back, pull the plug. My gas tank's floating. Like everything's underwater. My storage compartment in the back, underwater, stuff floating. I had an old Slim Jim floating. It's still drying out. I'm gonna hit it up here in a second. Thankfully it didn't sink. Thankfully the water, I drained the water and I'm just chilling at the boat ramp, draining the water. And I'm shooting video. It's what I do. Shoot video. And so I made like a little TikTok. Who's on TikTok? Anybody? Anybody like on TikTok? Probably. If not, you watch TikToks, and they're fun. TikTok is the only place where a meth head can get 50 million views, right? TikTok's good and TikToks can be, it's like, how did they get those views? Like, how do they have like millions of followers? But it's part of social media. I'm a part of it. I've got like 66,000 followers or whatever. So I'm, did a little video, threw it up on TikTok, threw it up on Instagram, threw it up on Facebook, threw it up on YouTube Shorts, and everything was cool, but TikTok. So, and it's like if you are trying to grow like a, like say your brand or like you're trying to be dude, I don't want to say influencer and I don't want to say YouTuber because I don't want to influence anybody. Like I'm not an influencer. No. YouTuber? That sounds kind of, I don't know, kiddish. Like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. Look at me, build my Legos, and they kill it. Like the biggest YouTubers out there are like little kids building, like doing toy reviews, whatever. Good for them. But I ain't a YouTuber. I'm just, I fish, you know. I like recording it. I want my grandkids to see it, and you know, whatever. Like if I you know, opt out, check out, whatever early, you know, my family can look at my videos and remember, whatever. But TikTok, threw it up on there, and dude, the comments, I'm like, wow. Like, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I do have common sense. I have a little bit of common sense. Like, I know if something's happening, I try to act fast and act smart, you know. So when something happens, like what happened to me, it's cool to sit back and watch it and then, or get on there and just start typing, you know. I get it. But, you know, people are like, oh, you should have put your plug in. Yeah, plug was in. Oh, that's why they make bilge pumps. Yeah. Bilge pump was running. Facial, you know what? Let's just look. Let me just look. Let me read you some. Let me read you some of these TikToks, and just to, I just want to go over them. You know, and most people on there are like, oh yeah, been there, done that, whatever. Pull the plug, let her drain. Yeah, get it. Somebody like, oh, is it from the wind? Well, yeah, kind of, because I said it in the video that it was from the wind. But here's like the top comments that I got off TikTok that I'm like, really? Like, come on. You're not that. Okay, here's one. Live well hose split. No, wasn't live well hose. Tony Stewart 94. Live well hose. No. Live well hose didn't split house. Nope. Here's one of my I had like 2 or 3 saying this. Put the bow facing the waves. Okay. Put the bow put the front of your boat facing the waves. Okay. All right. So if you own a John boat, all right, or if you've ever been in a John boat, the lightest part of a John boat is up front. All right. The batteries are in the back. I'm in the back. The motor's in the back. That's the heaviest part. So not only is it a pain in the ass when the wind is like pushing you into the bank and you're trying to keep it straight just to, you know, tie off to the dock coming in forward. Could you imagine turning around when the wind's blowing and backing in to the dock so you're facing the wind? Okay. Just think about that. And, you know, these people are trying to, like, I get it. Like, the few people that said that are trying to help. I get it. But in a John boat, it's a little bit different. It's not like a bass boat. It's not, it's lighter in the front. So if I was to turn around and back up, it's hard to steer a tiller in reverse and be accurate. Okay. Just saying that. But I appreciate the, you know, let's see what else we got. Forgot the plug. Okay. If I forgot the plug, I would have already sank before I got back to the boat ramp after fishing for 3 hours. Okay. So no, plug's always in. I never take my plug out. Bilge. Oh, got that. Let's see, White River Rambo on TikTok. Every 14-year-old minded boat owner. I just went to Lowe's and everything I put in floats. I don't know why it's so heavy. Okay, so White River Rambo probably has a lift kit on his John boat, because what does that have to do with, you know, on down in the comments, he's talking about putting aluminum. Well, aluminum sinks, I'm pretty sure, and wood kind of floats. Roland T03 said, bilge pump. There is a reason they make them, this being one. Yeah. Gotcha, Roland. Daryl Allen. Put your plug in or run the water out with the plug out. How long have you been a boater? Well, Daryl, probably longer than I've been making your mom sandwiches. I mean, dude, like what? Pull the plug, put the plug in, dude. TikTok, where meth heads can be famous. Everybody else was cool, you know. My live well hose came off and flooded mine. Yeah, I get that. Wouldn't run in my live wells, but you know, yeah, that actually happens. But just to say that, you know, a lot of people see this stuff and they're like, "Oh man, you know, you should have." And I did have my life jacket on, even though I was in like 5 foot of water. I had my life jacket on. I don't think I would have. You know, I guess anything's possible. Anything's possible, but just some of these comments trip me out, you know, because they kind of sit back and they're like, but I love them, dude. Like I love them. One guy was like, maybe your plug was loose. Like it has nothing to do with my plug. And then I replied back to him like, what's a plug? Because then after that, I just started acting stupid. Like I don't even know how to drive a boat. I drive my boat backwards because the back of a John boat is flat. Like it's not aerodynamic like a bass boat. It doesn't have the curves. It doesn't have, you know, the extra 2 foot before your battery boxes. Mm-mm. And bass boats are a lot heavier. But everything seems cool. Like I took my batteries out, stuck a fan in the boat, dried everything out, the floor, the back is actually aluminum. So there's no wood there. The wood is on the floor and the deck. Didn't really get on the deck, but it was in the floor. But yeah, dude. Yeah, living that John boat life, boy. Fitting to get sunk, you know? Fitting to get sunk. But luckily I was at the boat ramp, which it wouldn't have happened anywhere else because why would I be going backwards? I'm surprised nobody was like, hey, do you drive your John boat backwards all the time? Only at a boat ramp when I'm backing up to pull up on my trailer, you know? So luckily I was, you know, like I said, 5 foot of water, whatever. And, you know, another thing, like when they're saying point your boat towards the wind, that's actually a good idea. But, you know, I can see doing that if the docks were, you know, 40 foot. If you had like 40-foot docks, right, that you could like walk out on, that would make sense. But these docks were 6 foot of water. So if I'd have went backwards, then I'd have probably busted my prop and then I'd have really been shit out of luck. But, you know, hey, I take the advice. Thanks for helping. Good idea. Good idea. But, yeah, dude, first podcast and kind of pumped about it. I might edit it tonight and throw it up tomorrow morning, 7:30. You know, if you like these podcasts, leave me a comment, like thumbs up it, you know. If you don't, go watch Luke Duncan. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends. Go ahead and make you a TikTok account so when something happens, you post it. You can, you know, you can have fun. That's what I do. I have fun. I love it. Like I said, the comments don't bother me. Like you really have to have thick skin to have a channel or have something that you're trying to grow. You know, thick skin. Like my daughter wants to do like makeup tutorials. She's like, what if somebody says something mean? I'm like, it's going to happen. People are mean. It's going to happen. But hey, thanks for watching. Catch me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget TikTok, baby. But yeah, that's it for today. That's it for my first podcast. Hope you enjoyed it, seriously. And we're going to go back out with a little bit of Foo Fighters. Born on a Bayou.